Qui sono io per te.
Criticize, dramatize, and flip. Oh, when you step over the borderline, manipulate and turning around the truth. You step over the borderline. Afraid of sunlight like a vampire in the night. Afraid of the living like a walking corpse. Oh, your wheels are spinning round. They're leaving you behind. You're feeling upside down. It happens all the time. But any day you know there's a next time. There's always a next time. And there's always a next time. Always a next time. Yeah, there's always a next time.
Lucas Alexander was born in Denmark. He's a singer, performer, artist, songwriter, and actor, but also a film documentarist and interviewer. For years, he's had his own very unique journey through the vast landscape of the world of showbiz. He started performing at a very early age as a child actor.
I started singing in 1998, I think. I started when I was a child on the stage as a child actor. Did a lot of children's plays and amateur theater and playing children's parts and with grown-ups. And it was very wonderful because I was 4 years old when the first time I was on the stage. And that was early and interesting. And I think I always wanted to be on the stage to do something, to perform. I always wanted to be an actor.
Lie down in the park and watch the UFO lights. Hear the children sing, just a breath away. Dance in the heavy air along the interstate. Black lung full of fumes, choke on memories.
I was born and raised in Denmark, and both of my parents were singers. My father was a classically trained singer, operatic, and my mother was a folk singer, a pop singer, and wrote different songs, and even had a band at one point in the 70s. They were very inspirational to me, and I didn't know if I could sing. None of them really wanted to do it professionally. My father was an educated lawyer and made a good living that way, and my mother was a kindergarten teacher and was very good with children and people with special needs. And so eventually, when I started singing, it was a revelation for me, because in the beginning I just wanted to be a performer. I wanted to be an actor on the stage. And when I started singing, it was like a new breath of life.
Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, say get back to where you once belonged. Sweet Lorena Moss thought she was a woman, she was another man. All the girls around said she had it coming, but she danced it wild
It was an acting teacher who told me to start singing because he thought that I had a special voice. And there was another teacher, a lady, also acting teacher, actress, who told me that I should really explore the different levels of my vocal and really go out there and start singing, because that would be, she could foresee that that would be something for me to do there. So I started singing classical, started training my voice in a more operatic way. I guess I think I thought, because of my father was a classically trained singer, I think I thought that was my path.
Love is infinite energy. Life is love, and love is everything. Wavelengths, sparkles through unity. Life is love, and energy is everything.
In Terme di Caracalla in Rome, I saw Carmen, and I was brought up seeing Carmen and Aida and the Magic Flute and La Traviata and all these Rigoletto, all these great, amazing pieces of this opera magic that was just incredible. And I was brought up listening to only that. So I thought that was the way to sing, and my voice was kind of in that direction.
And my dreams and dreams you know, and our bodies will.
I remember that some of the teachers and the advisors that thought I should try and make a career in opera and classical music and attend the Opera Academy, I remember they didn't think very highly of me going out singing rock music and metal and blues and punk and all of these things that would take my voice to different levels, high and low and raspy and growl.
I know there's a fire burning in the bright red sky. I know that my heart is yearning in the frosty night. You and me together, it's the perfect combination. You and me forever, it's the great sensation. Here I am, my love. Be my fire, be my hope. Yeah.
I don't really know if you really have to choose one or the other, the classical or the rhythmic, the rock, pop, whatever. I don't maybe think you necessarily have to do that. That was what I was advised to do, and that was what I did. And I just went on my own path and did my very own thing for a while. That was really what I needed to do. And I started singing hard rock and metal as well. I wanted to go in that direction. You know, I needed that to push myself. So I wanted to try everything with my voice. It's a different journey. It's a different type of story as a singer's tale. I guess we all have that, but it was, you know, I just wanted to do whatever I have done, whatever it is that I'm doing.
Papa's got it going, and Mama's got it going. My baby sister's had it going for years. Oh, Saturday night, I've been feeling alright, heading for the disco. And I got a little money, and I'm gonna spread some honey. Gonna get it on all night. And I'm digging that crazy Cajun cakewalk band. Crazy Cajun cakewalk band. And the rhythm is as heavy as a tamale. Red bone mama's gonna do your head.
It's been my journey to be like an underground performer, doing many different styles of music. I was in a band called the Cannibals, which was mainly a punk band, and also we did some ska, and we did some heavy metal kind of stuff.
I don't know what makes them shoot and kill. Every person has the right to live. They praise their gods but do the devil's work, yeah. Fundamentalistic chill. Evil sinners have always been here. The human life was always full of hate. They treat the people with no respect. No, 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 no. They just follow a misguided trail. Suicide bombing maniacs, disastrous, crazy terror attacks, loveless, heartless, careless games. Stop the future from being the same. Stop your games, you fanatics. Stop the war of power addicts. Free the world from your obsession. Heal the people from oppression. They kill the innocent, they steal people's rights, kill in the name of God, they have no human heart.
But then I became the lead singer in another band called the Firefly Rocket, and that was more really dark metal in the beginning. And I did the growl thing with the voice and all of that, which was not really what my voice was, you know, what I ever intended to do, but it was kind of interesting. But I thought it put a lot of strain on my voice, so I wanted to go back to just singing, which was just singing the melody. So I started doing blues and different pop songs with some different musicians that I was working with, both here in Denmark and also from America, and it was very interesting, very wonderful, because that was more mainstream pop, and that was the kind of work that some people in the business thought was mostly interesting.
Ask me a sexy question, I cannot lie. You are always the answer. Lead me in any direction, make my body sigh. You are always the answer. Take me on, take me down, take me whenever you want. Ask me a sexy question, I cannot lie. You are always the answer. You give me high, so high, I barely can see the ground. And when you lie beside me, it feels like I'm never coming down. Oh, it feels like I'm never coming down.
For years, it was very fascinating to work with different musicians and artists and people who were, you know, just doing it and being creative and you know, just doing their own thing. Different personalities, different types of musicians who were, you know, playing all kinds of instruments, and performance artists, and I got to meet a lot of amazing people and to work with them. That was an incredible time. I think life in general is incredible because I like to be open to different possibilities and different types of people. I don't just belong to one group or one community and stuff like that. I kind of have connections in many different places, and I think that's interesting to work with different people, to know them, different age groups, old and young and whatever. It's all about a spiritual connection and also what you're doing, what type of person you connect with.
Satanic worshippers, throw back into your grave. Satanic worshippers, pray for peace 'cause it's not too late. Satanic worshippers, oh crucify, oh Lucifer. Satanic worshippers, save the world from burning up in flames.
I started doing symphonic rock, which was a mixture between the classical, the operatic voice with the rock, the metal, but in harmonies, and it was a mixture. It was very gothic. We had like a goth opera cabaret. It was very cabaret, theatrical. Involved in a lot of bands, actually, and I just wanted to try out everything. And I also did some pop songs with different musicians who wrote some wonderful pop songs with me, and I also performed some people's songs who were very pop and very commercial.
Sweetest gift I could ever give is the gift of love, woman alive. Every time that I read the lines you wrote to me, a piece of me dies. So you say it's time we get on with our lives, but I say don't go. Don't go, don't leave this behind.
And I was offered some interesting opportunities in that pop direction, very commercial direction, which I said no to, which in retrospect maybe I should not have done that, but I just wanted to explore whatever I had inside, writing different types of songs that maybe were not so commercial, unfortunately, because I think everybody, also a lot of people out there, audiences, also want to hear something different.
It's the mountain of love. We dive in the river and climb the mountain of love.
fly around the world and go to the mountain of love.
Music is not just one thing, it's everything. It's, you know, there are so many different genres and so many different styles of music. And it's wonderful if you can take some elements from that style of music and mix it with another style or two different styles. I've always wondered why a lot of artists are, you know, programmed, kind of have to go in one direction, always doing the same kind of thing, and an album always kind of sounds this. There's a different sound to every album, which I like now. I understand it now. I think in the beginning I didn't understand it so much because I thought it would be more interesting to have different styles in one album. But of course I know that you know, there's not an audience for that many different styles on one album, so you kind of have to go in one direction, and I understand that now. I think there's a lot of things you don't understand if you want to explore things a lot, and, you know, want to do as much as you can to, I don't know, to try everything out.
Where's the information? Where's the news reports? Where are the big men hiding? What's the global plan? The agenda must be revealed. Too many killers running wild. This is the moment to explore the hidden truths. Dig down deep in the archives of the secret files. This is your human right to stand up for your rights. The truth is right here in front of your eyes.
I think you have to just follow your heart and whatever it's in there. It's not always about fame and fortune. I think that everything today has become it's become about looks and sex and being famous for 15 minutes.
I think audiences are very ready to see something more alternative now. I think people crave to see something different. It's been very commercial and very kind of fabricated a little bit, the music scene for years, how everything has been very organized and not quite as artistic as it used to be in the past.
It's up to you to find out what's in your way in the fast lane. The fast lane, just go insane in the fast lane. So take a chance, there won't be another turn in the fast lane. Don't waste your time.
transcend into a different person, the stage performer, and then the private you is a different one that not a lot of people get to see. It's about connecting with the audience and performing the songs like if you were in a stage play or in an opera or something like that, where you have a story to tell and to bring it forth, to really express it through the music, through the singing, through the lights, the sounds, maybe the smoke or whatever. You don't always have the resources to create a big stage show, but when you do have it, and when the lights and the sounds and the people are right, then it all comes together.
A magician with his hands and with penetrating eyes, he took what he wanted night after night. This perfect night is the right time for a girl hunter. Night built a charm for the master of the universe. Passionate love, sexual excitement for a girl hunter. Return of the night is the master of the universe.
There's a lot of amazing artists out there, really great artists, inventive and inspiring and creative, and just because they're not famous, they haven't been discovered. So they're struggling to, make a living and go out in the world and performing here and there in smaller clubs, smaller places. But it's there. The art is there. It's always been there.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. And I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I just think in the past, in the last 40, 50 years maybe, there were more opportunities because popular new music was young. Rock music was young. 60 years ago, blues was young. Everything has happened in the last less than 100 years. And before that, there was a great evolution in classical music, what we now call classical music. But in the more popular genre, and blues and jazz and pop and rock music, which came in the 50s, and then the rest progressed from there, I think we've seen an enormous musical revolution. And in the beginning, there were a lot of inspiring artists. They were the first ones out there.
Okay. Ladies, gentlemen, Brüder, Schwestern, brothers, sisters. I am very, very happy and also very proud to be able to present our second support act tonight. It is my favorite singer in the whole universe. He's coming from Denmark. Please welcome Lukas Alexander.
Working with Nina Hagen was incredible because she was already legendary when I met her. And I was very young and wasn't used to the big stages. So to actually be standing in front of her audience and to be working with her was quite extraordinary.
Things have come to a pretty pass. Our romance is growing flat.
For you like this and the other, while I go for this and that.
Goodness knows what the end will be.
Oh, I don't know where I'm at. It looks as if we two will never be one.
Something must be done.
You say either, and I say either. You say neither, and I say neither. Either, either, or neither, or neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You say potato, but I say potato. You say tomato, but I say tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
But ooh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And ooh,
if we ever part, then that might break my heart. So if you like pajamas, and I like pajamas,
I don't wear pajamas, but I gonna wear pajamas.
For we know we need each other, so we better call the whole thing off.
We did this big band album together and performed with the Leipzig Big Band all over Europe, and also we did a double duet CD with basically love songs and songs about the world, and we wrote the songs together and recorded them, but that album was never released when we got divorced. But it was recorded, and it was an amazing time working artistically with somebody of her stature, because she is very unique with this artistic mind that is going all the time. And I think that's something. It was like attending school, really, for me. An extraordinary time, and I think in many ways we were compatible in terms of that I understood where she was coming from artistically, and I think she did that as well with me. So I think that was the reason why she invited me to actually sing with her, even though I wasn't famous or legendary like her.
She loves me. She loves me. She loves me. She loves me. The lady loves me, and it shows in spite of the way she turns up her nose. I'm her ideal, her heart's desire, but under that eyes, she's burning, I find. She
She's an extraordinary performer, great artist, amazing singer, and I think she's an inspiration to many, many different female artists and also male artists as well, because she's unique. Nobody's like her, nobody's done what she's done.
Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? A long time they go. Where have all the young girls gone? Taking husbands, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn?
They stole your life and programmed your mind.
A mind control manipulation, the real alien invasion.
They stole your life, instilled fear in your mind.
A mind control manipulation, the real alien invasion.
I'm the lead singer in our band Motu, which is short for Masters of the Universe, which is like a gimmick, a reference to the old He-Man comic books of the Superman, Spider-Man, hero kind of tales. And it has a cinematic feel to all of our songs. Our songs are about references to Star Wars or Star Trek or the television shows, The X-Files or Fringe, and Stanley Kubrick or Fellini, Pasolini, those kind of avant-garde filmmakers, David Lynch. We like all of that, to do a little bit of stories about conspiracy or UFOs, alien life, extraterrestrial life on other planets, political conspiracy, a lot of fun, action, adventure, those kind of things, a little bit psychedelic. That's kind of the concept in Motu, and we have actually done a couple of cinematic music videos, which has been quite grand productions with lots of amazing actors and celebrities and some personalities, people that are not famous but who are just wonderful in front of the camera and who can play the character that we create, because we always create different stories. A story to tell in the music video that we're doing. First we did one in 2012, last year, for our song Paranormal.
The chosen one has been found. His paranormal abilities has been identified. Soon, his magical powers will be ours.
Guard you by day, the owl haunts you at night. The old seeing eye is watching you. It's watching you. There are
stone by stone. Human beings made clone by clone. We are the masters of the universe. We are paranormal. We are paranormal. We are paranormal. And the light shines in our eyes.
We also did a band video presenting who we are in the band, Motu. The song was called Infinite Love. And this year, 2013, we've done a music video for our song Space Riders, which has been an amazing journey, really a great production with lots of amazing actors and personalities and people who are just simply incredible. It's been extraordinary, and we are very fortunate to be working with a wonderful group of people and a great crew, and everybody has just been extraordinary. It's like creating an adventure and also taking part in it. And that's just very wonderful. That's where you can combine creativity as an actor, as a performer, and a singer, and also a storyteller. Because I think the songs that I write in Motu are not like traditional songwriting. It's more like storytelling. It's little stories with a cinematic twist to it. Because I think you could create like a little movie for every song. So it's kind of visual at the same time. At the same time, it's something you hear, something you have to listen to.
Flying high beyond the sky, interdimensional space riders. Flying high beyond the sky, interdimensional space riders. Flying high beyond the sky, space riders, space riders, the space riders. So take your places and enjoy the journey through life. You will experience a million moments already programmed through visible light. The stage is yours now, and if you can believe her, then know your spirit's there forever, here to stay. You can climb so high and you can fly away. Fly away. Fly away. Fly away. Flying high beyond the sky, interdimensional space riders. Flying high beyond the sky, interdimensional space riders. Flying high beyond the sky, space riders, space riders, space riders. Let's dance.
I'm much more open to do more commercial things now because I actually like that a lot now. It's you grow older and you learn a lot and you change your attitude.
I love traveling, and I've been fortunate to be traveling all over the world in many places. There are still many places I haven't seen, but I've really seen a lot already. My favorite cities in the world is New York, London, Venice, Rome, Paris. We are fortunate to be on this planet and to see its beauty, not just all of the mistakes and the horrible things.
Times change, forever no return. The reality of ancient days will never be the same. Human population is dying out on their final day. Like a flower fading into gray. Well, this is the end of the final day. Our future is history now. History's end. History's end.
I get inspired by a lot of artists, but I don't usually do the same kind of music that they do or stuff that I listen to, because I basically have a very broad taste. I love going to concerts, but also to listen to different people's music. It's wonderful.
Insanity, vanity, war crimes and madness, total destruction, heartache and sadness. Life is tough and love is rough. The planet's in shock and the people are stuck. Evilness, cruelty, heartache and pain, hunger and torture, and people in chains. But life is worth living when the people are free. So let's join hands now and fight against misery. I can't have this feeling, this evil a real thing. Dictators are speaking, a world that is freaking, and the people are needed. So we're fighting against world misery. Fighting against world misery.
I've always loved interviewing people. I've always done different types of interviews with celebrities, lots of celebrities, but also because they were in my network, and I've been around artists all my life, basically. But I've also done interviews with some movers and shakers and homeless people, because I worked with homeless people as well, which was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done at the same time when I was still singing and acting. Everybody has an interesting life story. Everybody has a story. Everybody has something important to tell.
I've had some of the worst directors in movie history, and the ones that I had that were really good were in their last legs, like Howard Hawks and Henry Hathaway and Liam Carey, who were the great directors that I worked with in my younger days, but they were all ancient by the time I worked with them. I have worked with some pretty bad directors. I can't say that I've worked with any one director that I can say, wow, he really helped me.
No,
not one.
No. What was it like?
Certainly not Stephen Berkoff.
After the great success of Twin Peaks, you made another triumphant return to the horror scene when you played the wild and insane killer in Dario Argento's Trauma.
Oh, that was so funny. It was a lot of fun. I was a Romanian psychic.
Or Italian, weren't you?
No, I was Romanian. I hoped I was doing a Romanian accent.
All right.
But maybe it sounded Italian. I had a long black wig, long hair.
You look beautiful.
I did.
Yeah.
And I remember I lost my head.
You did?
In one scene, literally. And it happened to be the scene that my ex-husband came to visit that day. And so he could watch.
What was that like? You're actually beheading a lot of people in that film, and it ends up with you, your head being cut off.
And I talk afterwards. My head is on the floor, and I'm talking.
It was some years ago now that this
agenda was given a name, although people didn't realize they were giving it a name: globalization. What is globalization? It's the centralization of global power in all areas of our lives.
But we have democracy in all countries, in the Western world at least, eh?
Sorry, I came over all faint when you said that. This is one of the great myths, Lucas. The interuse of the words democracy and freedom. See, you know, it was very moving to see all those people on the in the square in Cairo. Not that it's changed anything up to this point, calling for freedom. Okay, that was great. But all that happened was one tyrant went, and the great structure through which the tyrant imposed his will, he's now running the country. Hey, we've moved on. And then you get the funny thing now, they've now arrested Mubarak, and the people questioning him for his behavior as president were the enforcers of his policy when he was president. I mean, you couldn't make it up, could you, really? You don't have to. But what I saw was people demanding freedom as equating to democracy.
Rebellion, eh?
Democracy.
In your first book, it was in 1982, it was called There Is No Death. You talk about the human spirit having infinite life and infinite consciousness, and you talk about the fact that people should remove themselves from the fear of death, no dying. But what exactly do you mean by there is no death?
Well, number one, we have to ask, what is it to be a human being on this planet? Now, we always concentrate on the body, male, female, cat to dog, elephant, whatever, dolphin. Now, actually, medically, about 70% of our body is water. 70%. 87% of our brain is water. Think of it. I mean, people don't think of this, and doctors don't even remember it generally. So what holds us together? That's energy. And according to Einstein, energy never vanishes. It only changes form, goes to another frequency. So we are actually antennas, we are energy beings.
UFOs and nukes. Robert Hastings, thank you so much for doing this interview with Age of Truth TV. I'm very happy, and it's been wonderful to meet you. Thank you very much.
Excellent questions. You know, I've given 1,000 interviews over 35 years, and this is one of the best.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Seriously.
Thank you so much.
I don't say that to people. You won't find me saying that on tape. You won't find any of that. So.
Wow, that's such a privilege. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a wild world tripping, 'cause this world is going up in flames. Yeah, this is a wild world tripping. The manipulators are doing their nasty games. The wars are raging, killing good and innocent men.
For me, every day is like an adventure. I mean, at least I see it like that, and I try to be as positive and happy as I can be, and I try to live my life as, you know, it was that only this day matters, and I think that's what you basically should do. I mean, there are so many wonderful things to explore in life, and to go out there meeting people, doing the things that you love to do. And you know, just to make an adventure out of every day, that's very nice. I mean, you can't always be happy, you can't always have a good day, but if you're strong and you know what you want, I think that's very important. And to have a positive look on life and situations, even the bad situations, I think that's very vital. Very important, and yeah, something to live by. Good words. Life is the great experience, and I think we should always remember that.
There is a town in North Ontario with dream comfort, memory to spare.
despair. And in my mind, I still need a place to go. And all my changes were there. Blue, blue windows behind the stars, yellow moon on the rise, and big birds flying across the sky, throwing shadows on our eyes. Leave us helpless, 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 helpless. Baby, can you hear me now? The chains are locked and tied across the door. Baby, sing with me somehow.